Good morning and welcome to the 2022 Tire Rack One Lap of America presented by Grassroots Motorsport Magazine. This coverage brought to you by Hooked on Driving and Grid Life. So we are here at Tire Rack's headquarters in South Bend, Indiana. It is a cold morning. We're going to flip it around and we'll show you what's going on, and Brian will walk you through the skid pad, but he's getting geared up right now, so let me flip this over if it allows me. There we go. All right, so our media vehicle for the weekend, what we're running in. But here we are, Tire Rack's headquarters. So for those of you who are new to this, what we do here is go out on the wet skid pad, one by one, and we complete 2 clockwise, 2 counterclockwise rotations. And that gives you your grip, given the known distance and the time. And that's what we're scored off of. So obviously highest grip takes max points for this event. Once things get moving, it should go pretty quickly. After this, we head off to Grissom Air Force Base today. A little rain in the air, as you can see. It's windy, chilly. It was raining earlier. It's paused for a little bit now, but it's supposed to pick up again later. For this, obviously, doesn't matter so much given that it is a wet skid pad. But for the autocross, it may have an impact. So, good morning, Nick. Good morning, Jim. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. So there it is. So that is our wet skid pad. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There we go. As you can see, the sprinkler's on. That's the first competition for today. And here is Brian. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're gonna put this in our little gimbal here. So bear with us one moment while we do things. You can look at the ground of the tire rack for a moment. We're professionals. We've done this before. Don't try this at home. There we go. All right. Ryan is now on the camera. So, as you can see, our wet skid pad, as we were talking about, 2 clockwise rotations, 2 counterclockwise rotations, and then coming out here, we pack up and then we head to Grissom for what will most likely be another very cold and windy event. Hopefully the rain will hold off. Let's go walk through the paddock and see who's here today. It's interesting because this year we've got a lot of new people. I think almost half the field are new.
Yeah, the new timers meeting was the biggest one that I can remember in my 10 years.
Yeah, it's sizable. Already some one-lap dramas, some drivers having to swap out suspension pieces in Chicago, some just not wanting to start, and some people inflicting damage to themselves, partying a little too hard last night. So we'll see how that goes. It's still up. Howard looking no worse for wear.
He's a seasoned professional.
Starting to warm up now. We're getting ready. We'll be doing team photos, and you guys can come with us for the team photos.
Across the road. Yeah. Well, a neighbor actually drug it back on our side. After this event, we'll head down to
Temperature this morning in the low 40s. The wind making it feel appreciably colder. Gentleman wearing shorts, very brave, very brave. With youth does not come wisdom, clearly. There's Randy Pope for that Dynan MX3M.
Ain't nobody chasing me, boy.
V30
have come a long way from the first year that they were released.
Yes.
Both in performance and what they put on. So these are eking up there in terms of some serious competition. Got some more of those Volkswagen wheels. Pretty red one. Tire warmers. That is a whole different level of preparation that I am not yet prepared to do. But I suppose if you're driving a car that's as good as you're on it, you might want to do well. How about you? Do you want to do that next?
Yeah.
Does that not seem like the perfect thing to do in a cold day? I might take it and sleep under it.
Yes, I'm gonna get it going. It'd be nice and warm in there.
I think so.
That's some engineering right there.
That is. We've got Ty here. Say hello to One Lap Land.
How's it going, everybody? Why did we do this?
I forgot. My brain's frozen.
Yeah. It was nice yesterday. Yesterday was like t-shirts. And
Yesterday was pleasant, particularly in the afternoon.
today is
South
rather
Bend has
cold.
said, One Lap's here, forget you guys. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
How long until we get moving, right?
Oh, look, Chris finally made it.
Chris is making it here.
Oh, he is here.
Yeah,
He did show up.
It is. You should go up and say hi to Chris.
Yeah, you better go out.
We ought to check and make sure Derek's alive. No, let's go see Derek. Let's go check on Derek.
Let's loudly go say good morning. Hi, Derek.
You're on camera.
Good
Hi.
morning, sleepyhead. Derek was up late last night rebuilding a transmission that's going to be shipped to a strategic place along the route this year for Bob.
6 on around.
No, I don't know if you can get that on camera. Can you get that on camera?
That's what happens when you build a transmission.
Yep.
It's like, oh, these fumes are getting to me.
Yeah. It's awesome. All right. Sweet dreams.
Get you some Pedialyte. I
It's because we care.
learned the lesson about 8 years ago when Chris and Bob and Todd say, "Hey, come get in this Uber with us and go." You say, "Hell no."
Unless you have nowhere to be for the next 3 days.
That was both of my trips with those guys, first and last.
Oh, there's Chris. In the middle of the road. Rowdy. The rowdy.
Get out of the way before he rolls off the clutch. Yes, you're live, so
Good morning.
Profanity laced.
How we doing?
Yeah, we're good.
Smiles.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm great. Because you had an early night and all's good, so looking forward to a great year.
Wow, you lie so well.
in bed by 7
Yeah. He wants
AM?
some Golden Girls.
That's
and hit
my
the-
phone ringing. I gotta get that.
Okay.
Morning. How are you?
Just make him comfortable on camera. Just
Yeah.
hold on for a while.
Just gonna stand here, just
Stand
like
there.
stare into it.
just amplifies the fact of what are we doing here.
Oh yeah, not didn't even start yet, and we're already questioning it.
That's the same thing I said.
That's the theme this year.
Why are we here?
Hey, sexy boys.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Good.
You
Kids, this guy was privileged enough to be in the Disney parade a few weeks ago.
I was. All the eyes were on me because I'm awesome. Actually, it had nothing to do with that. Totally random, but it's okay.
You dressed up as Moana?
No, I did the whole house. Let it go.
Nice.
Maybe some truth.
So somebody asked a question. Can anyone come watch along during the week?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go onto our website at onelapofamerica.com, if you're on your phone, as Brock reminds you, hold it sideways because we're too cheap to pay for a good website.
And this isn't World Star Hip Hop either.
What's that?
This isn't World Star Hip Hop.
This is true. So turn your phone sideways and 2022 event, and then you can go to the schedule. You can see where we're going to be, when we're going to be there, and yeah, absolutely come on out and join us. Cheer us along and be cold with us. So, yeah.
This doesn't work for Florida. I'll tell you that right now.
So when you call Tire Rack, you'll generally get an individual speaking to you. If you get an individual speaking to you with soft, dulcet tones and a warm accent, it's Luke. Luke, say hi to the good people.
Hey, how's it going? We're here in South Bend, beautiful, warm, sunny South Bend, Indiana.
He doesn't lie when he's selling you tires, though. What's your extension, Luke, for the good people who might want
4362.
4362. So if you'd like somebody to pick up the phone who knows what they're doing, who's actually running the event like this as well, and is trying the tires out that he's selling you, give Luke a call.
Thanks, Alvin.
Yep. And this is not Luke.
This
but it's his
is
son.
little Luke.
And he's in the shorts still.
Luke version 2.0.
Luke version 2.0 needs a patch for his pants. We've got sister car to us this year. So Rob Bowen, Parts Farm, good friends of ours, and does quite a few things. Second year out here, he's opted to copy us as well. So this is what my car started life looking like, and now it looks different. But it's really fun. We had a great dinner last night together.
A fun trip to Target.
Fun trip to Target. That's true. We almost got next from Target.
Yeah, and then Rob's co-driver tried to tackle me in the parking lot, and
Well, that's usual. It's terrible. Where's Brock? Let's go catch up with Senior, with Junior. Where'd he go?
Bye, Dad.
He should be here.
I'm gonna kill that kid this week. Brock's probably smart and inside.
Give him too much credit.
Well, it is the first day. We do have a little bit of smarts left.
I don't know. My brain's pretty numb about that. It's John and Dave. Let's go talk to them. So, as we mentioned yesterday, our safety apparel sponsor is PMX. And there is John in his cool PMX suit. As you can see. Handsome. He's on the... there we go.
He's the one-lap stick.
Here's Dave. He's our mascot today. Hello. Everybody's very blue. So Dave, tell everybody about Project Motoring.
John and I started Project Motoring to be able to offer enthusiasts or track drivers or race car drivers comfortable fitting clothing, safety gear at the price of off-the-rack stuff that's custom fitted and customized, embroidered or sublimated. And we also do undergarments, gloves, everybody loves the gloves, shoes, and helmets and belts and things that keep you all safe. So thanks everybody for your support, and I look forward to having a good week.
And where can they find you? On
You can
the internets.
On the internets. You can find us at www.projectmotoring.com. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. And there's Brock. We were just looking for him. Want to say good morning to people in their basement?
You can get out of your pajamas now and get up and get a job. Morning, folks. It's cold here. God, it's cold here. So, any news? Anything we know?
We know nothing.
know
Just the
nothing.
common question is, why are we here right now?
It's all right. It'll be 80 degrees and rainy the rest of the week. So, other than that,
Oh, pleasant then.
yeah, thunderstorms, tornadoes. You're gonna have all of it.
Nice. So we should be sponsored by the Weather Channel.
Oh God. Anyway,
When are we kicking this party off?
right now.
Woohoo! All right.
Right now.
We're gonna start getting lined up then, and do some team photos, which you guys can hang with us for. So Brian will hang up here, and then we'll hop out for the team photo, and you guys can join us.
Yep. Our official photographer, Stephen Burke,
Without cameras.
without cameras.
Yeah, it's a rare moment, folks. Cold day here in South Bend.
Just windy.
Well, I gotta go stay in a wet field with sprinklers blasting on me. So.
That's why you make the big bucks. So the way it's going to work now is everybody's going to start lining up by car number, and once they get up here, we'll do the team photo for the one lap yearbook, and then they'll go out and do the wet skid pad where they do the clockwise laps, get the checkered flag, spin around, do the counterclockwise laps. And this one is pretty much based on the lateral G-force on the skid pad. And we'll get up there closer where you can see the scoring for the skid pad. And I think they're going to start getting lined up here in just a moment. And like I said, they'll do it by car number. We'll do today by car number. And then tomorrow it will change up a bit and pretty much run by speed, do the run groups that way, and kind of get it figured out to where the fastest cars are going to run in the early groups, and then the slower cars will run toward the end of the event that day. And the orders will change quite a bit during the week, but it'll be pretty much a set kind of batch of groups for each run group. And since we have so many cars this year, even the early run groups will probably have 5 cars in them instead of the normal 4. We are at full field capacity, so we've got I believe 86 cars in total, which we usually try to cap it off at 85. It just makes it run a little bit more efficient, and we're not stuck at the track all day long. Well, especially the timing crew and Brock. But that's how that's going to run. There's Rob Bowen from the Parks Farm. And Brock backing up his Hot Rod Durango SRT. Well, you heard a Philly accent with Solomon, but not with me.
Your attention in the paddock, folks, your attention in the paddock. Drivers, if you could start lining up in ascending the car order that moves from 0 up.
And I think Brock's going to go run out and do a exhibition wet skid pad for the people that have joined us as spectators over on the other side of the complex. It's great to be doing it this way again this year. Last year we were having to, because of COVID, we were staging over at our host hotel and going over in 5-car increments. Come over here, the 5 cars would go and run their skid pad laps and return back to the hotel. But this year we are all back here at Tire Laps. Excuse me, I'm trying to say one lap and tire rack at the same time. We're back here at Tire Rack this year, so we actually have some spectators moseying around the parking lot, checking out the cars, and going to check out the action.
You guys ready for pictures?
Look there, Mr. John Harrison joining us, a lap dog in his own respect, and also a competitor in the original iteration of the Cannonball Tom-O going out. And John was a original competitor in the Cannonball Baker's Sea to Shining Sea Memorial Trophy Dash, better known as the Cannonball Run, and has also run in, I guess, the 2904 a few times, along with John Ficarra and Ed Bullion. So, yeah, John's been around quite a while with the people in this event. Tom O'Gorman up front and Steve Loudon, last year's champions, getting their team picture done. And right behind him we've got Andy Hollis in the McLaren 720S. And then the Super K, Alex Moss and Andy. And then we'll have Todd and Ty and the GT2 RS behind him. Scotty Coors in the Bandit.
Hello, adoring fans.
Good morning, Scotty.
How are you, Brian?
Doing well.
Good. Solomon, say hi. I want to thank Solomon again for the weekend here.
And then
Brian. Brian and I drove together last year.
here's my co-driver from last year, Escher. He rode around in the Tahoe with me last year.
We were in the hoe, now
Yep.
I'm in the mess.
And after 1 year of being with me on the media team, he built him a Mark I Golf. Huh? Oh, our co-driver has arrived from Laguna Seca.
Hi guys, I was running at Laguna Seca. I'm gonna go fast now.
He's a hot shoe. Billy, I guess, well, Billy's not awake yet. I was going to say if he was watching. Have you already talked to him this morning?
They got qualified.
Well, it's only like 5 a.m. there.
Yeah, but he's not getting ready.
Well, he's not watching us.
No, he's not.
So hopefully Billy will be joining us. We'll pick him up at the airport in Charlotte tomorrow night. So hopefully he'll have a great race today in the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series. And then another good race tomorrow in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo out at Laguna Seca. There's the shortest British person you'll ever see.
Alan. Yeah. All right, mate. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing well, Chris. How are you?
Not sporting your gas monkey t-shirt. Yeah, I'll later.
So as you see, everybody's getting lined up. Brock usually goes out and does an exhibition lap. Maybe they're making sure that all the timing is set up correctly and they're good to go. Somebody was asking where the timing trailer was. They normally have a trailer set up from the SCCA, but it looks like they're actually doing timing and scoring out in the gazebo here in front of the skid pad. Good morning, Ann. Miss you bunches. Ann Hollis, the better half of the Ann and Andy Hollis team, checking in, watching this morning. Nice, gorgeous Ferrari 812 joining the event this year. Those guys are from Garmin. I believe they're doing some testing on a new product. So yeah, Brock's headed out, going to do his laps on the skid pad, show everybody how it's done. Sneak up on Tama. See Andy getting his team photo done. Him and Tom from Grassroots Motorsport Magazine. You know, Andy does a extensive article on the event every year for GRM. And you can see Brocker is out here on the skid pad showing everybody how it's done. Brock's going to double back and go do a clockwise lap of the skid pad. Finishing up his first lap going clockwise, and he is getting ready to get the checkered flag, and then We'll see him exit the skid pad. Looks like he had a .657 G. Getting ready to go do his wet skid pad. Alex and Andy getting their team photo done. So let's spin around here where we can see Tom get his skid pad underway. Tom starting off in the counterclockwise direction. And they flood the skid pad with sprinklers, so there is a good bit of water. And then the sprinklers are hitting the windshield, which causes a bit of a distraction to the drivers. His first lap was a .722 G. Followed up by .710. And now Tom's going to spin around, head back in the other direction. He gets the green flag from Mark Hopkins. Tom's first lap coming up is a .709 G, and it will be followed up with a, let's see, .717. We're gonna mosey on over here for a minute. We got to get picture made here real quick.
Hustle up, big art.
So everybody watching, you'll be in the One Lap Yearbook this year. So Andy's out on the skid pad right now. Like he had a .721 on that first lap. Lap 2, a .715 in the McLaren. And he's gonna double back. Nick, what do you, if you're watching it live, you've joined. I'm not quite catching on what you're requesting to join. Morning, Todd. Morning, Ryan. Hopefully we're going to see you down at Barber, Ryan. Like Andy did a .709 on his first clockwise lap, and his second clockwise lap a .715. We're not bringing anybody in on the broadcast, Nick, to join. Solomon may do that. He'll be doing some live streaming on the transits, so he may bring somebody in on the broadcast at that point. But as for the live events, we're not doing anything like that. So we got Alex out in the Super K, that crazy S2000. Alex got a .725 on lap 1. Lap 2, a .723, so he slowed down just a hair. And he getting kind of sideways just a little bit. And he's going to get ready to head in the clockwise direction. Just taking the green flag on his 2 laps. His first lap clockwise is a .709. So, and normally the clockwise laps are a little less than the counterclockwise laps, and Alex really washes out at the end of that second lap, but he did pick up a bit of speed and got a .720. Oh no, that was Andy driving. I'm sorry, it wasn't Alex. So now we got Todd Trefford in the GT2 RS out on the skid pad. And Nick, you'll hear plenty of revs this week, so don't worry about that. Today is all not about brute power, it's about finesse and traction here. Todd's first lap was a .692 and his second lap was a .680 in the GT2 RS. Now heading back in the other direction. Hey, good morning, Doug. Let's see how Todd does going clockwise. About halfway through the first lap, coming up to Mark and getting the white flag. And a .652. And second lap, a .671. So as Todd exits the skid pad, Scott Coors gets on the skid pad, stepping the rear end out just a little bit as he takes the green flag from Mark. And Scott's first lap is a .520. Like he washed out the front end a little bit, and it had a good bit of understeer on the wet skid pad for lap 1, and lap 2 he improved to a .588. Yeah, Ashley, in just a few minutes we're gonna get up there a little bit closer. So Scott getting the green flag from Mark. His first lap is a .569.
14.680 for 0.569. His current average is 0.579.
And now his second lap is a .584. So once again, his second lap was a little better than the first lap.
0.584 on the second lap. His total average is 0.586.
And now we got Solomon out on the skid pad.
We have
William Loring doing the commentaries today, and when he announced Solomon's name, he said, "Happy birthday, Solomon," which was kind of funny. My first year of One Lap in 2012, we went to Hastings, Nebraska, and stopped at a Applebee's one evening to eat, and Bill and his co-driver were sitting there at the table next to us, eating, and Solomon strategically told the waitress that that day was Bill's birthday. So to his surprise, the wait staff came up with a piece of cake with a candle and sang Applebee's version of Happy Birthday. And I guess 10 years later, Bill finally gets his revenge on Solomon. So 0.675 average for Solomon on that. Let's get this back out a little bit. I'm going to try to get up here a little bit closer, but try to get out of the way of the PA system, so we're not getting any feedback or whatnot from their broadcast.
Or did he just get lost on the exit? Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry, I'm falling behind here on checking Maxwell. I think this is really a great story. I would have loved to have done one lap with my dad. That would have been really fun. 0.771 G's in the counterclockwise direction.
I'm not quite sure what
He's back clockwise now.
what Solomon's up to at the moment.
Truck or Maxwell driving. It's truck driving, all right.
I think Solomon didn't get all the laps in for some reason, and he's going to do a rerun. Not quite sure.
All right, and 0.744 clockwise. We've got one more lap to finish to get a combined time. Maybe, or oh, he did. Okay, 0.772 on that last one. So total average is 0.771. That is good for first overall and first in SSI.
Yeah, Chris, the grass comes up to my ankles. It's so thick. I know that was a joke because I was probably pointing the camera back down at the grass, but it's cold, it's windy. Give me a break, Chris.
2021 Porsche 911 Turbo S on Michelin Pilot Sports. Mike Martin is the driver.
So, yeah, Mike Martin out on the skid pad. 689, followed up by 733. So that was pretty good first two laps. He's gonna spin around and go go again.
And let's see, so we got 0.73.
And the wind just decided to pick up
Counterclockwise direction.
a lot.
He's turned around going the other way.
Yeah, Chris, you need to bring yourself back. Always a week of fun. So let's see, 0.734 on Mike's first lap.
0.734 so far in clockwise direction. Ready for the second lap.
756.
And 0.756 for the second lap. Total average G's of 0.744. Second overall and second in the SSPT1.
So, looks like Solomon's getting ready to go out again. We'll get him to explain what happened. I don't know if he on the counterclockwise laps if he came in after one lap or not. I'm not sure. Let's see what they're. I don't know if they're trying to reset the timing computer to put him back in. What?
As you may have heard me say before, after drivers finish this event here, really basically as soon as they finish their runs, they pack up their gear and they start heading to the next
Kinda go
event.
down to the
next
other
event
side
is
real quick.
today down at Grissom Air Base, where they will run an autocross event. So as these drivers come off the track, they will go back into the parking lot and then they'll pack up on the gear, hop in their car, and
Okay, so Solomon's heading back out. As we join Florida Man.
That's right. So why is he running again? What happened?
I don't know.
Is he okay? Everything good?
I don't know.
You should know.
I don't
You're
know.
his keeper. Say hi to the official One Lap America broadcast.
Hello. So Solomon finishing up his first lap. Looks like a .592, so it's 592 or a 692. I can't see the scoreboard now since I've moved over here. And then finishing his second counter-clockwise lap. Well, Ryan, you know that warm tires are not in the recipe today. That's why you moved south. Solomon finishing his first counterclockwise lap. Looks like a .592 again. Well, there's one out here on this end that I can see, and there's one out there you just can't see because of the angle. And then it's like a .581 possibly. Chris, you're not here, so be quiet. Being all Mr. Fancy Pants lawyer now. So this Lotus here has transformed from a former BMW into the beautiful Lotus that you see now. This used to be known as the Mile High M's car. Yeah. Promises, Chris. Like the Lotus did a .720 on the first clockwise lap. And lap 2 is like .722. So not bad laps on the wet skid pad at all. Got another of the mini Porsches, which Solomon likes to call the Volkswagen Beetles, out on the skid pad. Looks like James Hodges is on the on deck circle. This is Florida Man here is James's co-driver. Popsicle, yeah, we're. You know, us fat Southern boys aren't used to this, are we?
Nope, not even a little bit.
Yeah, Todd, I was surprised to see that too when I saw it in the parking lot. I guess comfort wasn't too important to him. You know, the Porsche .560 on that first lap and .573 on lap 2. And here comes the Killer Whale Racing entry of James Hodges. James is a current U.S. Air Force officer. He's stationed out in Omaha, Nebraska. Looks like a .609 on lap 1. Followed up by five, looks like 574. James doubling back to head clockwise. Like a 572 or 570 on lap 1. I think a lot of the cars are having a bit of issue putting the power down on the wet skid pad this year. And looks like a 566 maybe on lap 2. And a lot of the cars that are out on the skid pad now are some of a good many of the newer competitors, and not quite sure who's piloting them yet. But I've got a list of all the cars printed out, and we will learn those as we progress through the week. So if you see somebody out there that you know, and I'm not mentioning their names, it's not on purpose. See if we can see what the score is on the first clockwise lap here. It's like a .771, so actually really nice lap. The Turbo S there. And .778. All right, here comes a treat. Returning from a 4-year hiatus, the dean of the Bob Kniezer School of Driving, the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Kniezer. Bob's out of the Orlando area, driving the one lone GTR in the field this year. Bob's co-driver Derek, or as everybody calls him, D, keeps this car up and has been Bob's co-driver since the beginning. I believe their first year in the event was 2012, same as myself. Looks like Bob's second lap was a .678. David, they're at 13. So Bob taking the green flag on his clockwise laps. .697. .638. And here comes David Carr in what is most likely a test bed Hellcat Charger. He's an engineer with Dodge, and he brings out something crazy every year. If you remember back in 2019, he had that Dodge Pursuit Durango. Always brings something very heavy, very loud, and very fast. And Dave just finished up his 2 counterclockwise laps. Looks like his second lap was a .614. Now he's situated himself to run the clockwise laps. .594 on lap 1. And as he kicks it sideways through the finish. A .587. There comes David Ogburn in the Goodyear sponsored Camaro. Dave is a Goodyear employee and also a fairly accomplished Spec Racer Ford driver. He's done this event the past few years with his father, Dave Ogburn Sr. Mr. Ogburn taking a year off. And they've normally done the event in his dad's 911. And Dave bringing some American muscle to the event this year. It's like a .648 on the second lap. Trying to get a little heat in the tires. And the wind just pretty much doubled in force, so apologize for any wind noise that you're hearing. 0.634 on the first clockwise lap, and lap 2 looks like a .626, I believe is what I see on the board there. So we're gonna head back down to the paddock area for just a few minutes, try to catch up with Solomon and see what the issue with his run was earlier.
Nothing much is interesting about these two. It is their 6th one lap, so that's
You see all the cars still lining up to get their team photos done. And the early runners are packing up to get ready to head down to Grissom Air Force Base. Grissom's about an hour and a half run for us this morning. I know nothing.
Well, that's why you're standing here.
Yes. So what happened?
Well, the track was pretty wet now. Went around the circles, and then the first time we got a checker flag a little early, so I had to go again.
Oh.
Well, I noticed as I pulled in here, he would have been like, nah, you're not going again. And I was like, well, but then I'd have a DNF because we didn't technically complete 2 rotations. And then we started, so I just pulled that way. I'm like, yeah, I'm going again.
So it was due to the mistake of the infallible Mark Hopkins.
Mark, right. It wasn't a mistake, it was just, I think he's out for me.
I just need my number so I can find out how many cars I need in an old truck.
Old truck.
Old truck.
Old truck, yes.
Yeah, old truck. Oh, your lovely wife says, "Hi, Brock."
Hi, honey. Yes, I'm still alive after one day.
So we will, Cindy, we'll try to keep him out of jail.
Everybody's got enough bail money. I think we're all right.
Yeah, I think we can pull enough together.
Try not to be guilty of man.
There's George and Steve getting their pictures taken. So Todd Thompson's watching from home, and he says hi.
Oh, we miss him. Tell
Yep.
him hi, yeah.
So there you go, Todd. We told him hi.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to go back for yourself. How you doing?
Good. This is true, Cindy, but you know, you never know. He may fall back into one of those young teenage habits. But we'll keep him straight. You see, we have quite a few Corvettes this year, as always. And as cars are lining up, the earlier runners are pulling out. Got the South Carolina boys from Michelin here with us this morning.
Happy to be here.
You know, I'll be glad once we get down below the Mason-Dixon line where it's warm.
Weather? Yeah. You do
Yeah.
have some Michigan guys here from Cadillac too. This is normally weather for us.
You gonna kick him out along the way?
I think so.
You know, I know some good places down near CMP where we can ditch him and
You're right. There's plenty.
yeah. So Michelin and Cadillac have teamed up this year, and they've brought two of the new Blackwings out. And look at here, kids. It's the official one-lap cat herder.
Exactly. We're herding cats and they're slowly moving.
All right, so how many is this now for you?
I don't know. I lost count. My first one was 84.
So you were on the
but I
inaugural
skipped
one.
Skipped a few.
So you're probably up close to 30.
I don't know about that. I skipped a lot in the middle. So. But we've been doing them consistently here, so we're having fun.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna end the broadcast here for right now from South Bend. We'll go get in our media vehicle and warm up a bit, and we will catch you this afternoon down at Grissom Air Force Base down at Peru, Indiana, for the autocross. Hopefully, even though it's most likely going to be very windy down there again, hopefully it won't be too bad, and you'll get to see all the autocross action, all the cars running through the little orange cones. And we will catch you all this afternoon. Just remember, you can follow along with all the timing and scoring at onelapofamerica.com. Just click on the 2022 One Lap link and go down to turn the phone sideways, of course. And you can see all the scoring and timing for the events. And usually after each event, they get the results up fairly quick. So, but we will catch you guys in just a little while down at Grissom. Signing off here from the 2022 Tire Rack One Lap of America, presented by Grassroots Motorsports Magazine and our media efforts, sponsored by Grid Life and Hooked on Driving. we'll catch you guys in a couple hours. See ya.